It's her.
I caught
Telling
him
you right now.
red-handed, attempting to burgle,
You can always trust
rifling
someone
through
with
my
a big
possessions.
pink
What
bow
did
on
you
their
do?
head.
Summon the guards?
Yes.
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He
fell out of the window.
just so.
None too wise picking a fight with an
I
armed
don't.
robber.
I do not.
Why? Because I'm a woman, in a frock
I don't
rather
believe
than
her.
plate. I can take care of myself, I assure you. A hairpin might look like mere ornament, but plunged into an eye, it can be as effective as a blade.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes, he stood over my dressing
Damn.
table, pouring through my jewelry.
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it, many years ago, from a young woman.
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my
Okay.
family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
Okay.
The heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Centurion must have been on
Something
the job.
shifty's going on,
Got
man.
very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon
We didn't
he
see a
attacked Oriana
body,
with.
dude. Did we see a
Empty
body
knife.
at the end?
Used to skin
Like-
game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
If we didn't see a body, we don't know he's dead.
This crest is used by the lords of Duntin. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
Man, it's just, I feel like we're getting on a bigger goose chase here, man.
Duntin. Remember the place. Abandoned ruin just a few years ago.
More recently, the family's last heir, Roderick, returned to his ancestral seat and restored the castle.
Know any more about this Roderick?
His grandfather was an advisor to Queen Ademarta. The family received those lands as a grant for his service. Roderick is quite the recluse. He avoids society, preferring the company of a small team of knights, though the latter term is imprecise, as they seem more akin to vandals with crests on their shields.
Okay, so we gotta go.
Oriana, everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. Counting on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
What's going on, man? I trust no one. I trust no one. What do you think about Oriana?
Oriana, any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense anxiety,
I'm not alone.
discomfort.
I'm not alone in my suspicions here.
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailers.
Who were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Son Real and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to believe. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
Yeah.
It could be something else altogether.
What do you mean?
My sister, Syanna, might be among the schemers.
Huh?
She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy. I've not seen her since.
Why was she banished?
What did your sister do to get banished?
Syanna was cursed.
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar phase?
Don't know.
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth. Isolated, prodded, ostracized. Couldn't have had it easy, Syanna.
Mental illness.
She was angry at the whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain, though she masked this with confidence, arrogance even. She could also be cruel at times. I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Syanna knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric mourns to this day.
Damn. She sounds like a
In the end, they
narcissist,
forced her
type
to leave the
sociopath.
palace. A decade passed. More. I've missed her terribly since.
Why would you miss her? She sounds like a sociopath, dude.
Think your sister might be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had something she didn't.
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I miss that very much. The wine, its theft was the first clue. That's very much like her. She always did enjoy stealing my toys, but I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Syanna received it from father as a gift. At a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl, someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen, or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
Damn.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries? Could be right.
But it seems so much more complex than that, you know? Could
Your
she
mission
really
has gained
manipulate
new
a
import.
vampire?
You must go to Duntin, and if Syanna is there, you must find her. No matter what she did, she is not to be harmed in any way, shape, or form. You must make sure of that.
I'll see to it.
I'll find her if she's there.
I hope you do. I very much wish to talk to her. Sister to sister.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis! What a surprise! I had no idea you
Oh
were
my
in
god, he
there.
brought...
And this is...
Oh shit. Why did he bring him?
My very dear friend, Detlaff van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire.
We are lending our combined resources to the witch's hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But why are you here at Oriana's?
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for... ages. Literally. Witcher, I hear you know Regis too. Even that you are friends.
Yes, we all stayed at Anna Henrietta's estate not too long ago. That surprised you? All true. Oh shit. She doesn't she doesn't know that what the other dude did.
Few I can rely on like I can on Regis. Kinda hoping he thinks the same of me.
Curious. It seems opposites really do attract.
Don't be
Wow, I'm
fooled, dear.
surprised he got him to come
Geralt has
along.
many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster, knowing you've only 2 options, to kill or be.
Shit.
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see sword in hand. Talking gets the job done for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word. For what might a monster wish to apologize to a
It's
witch?
very
For
fascinating.
killing. Though at times there is no choice, when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
Just like humans.
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this. It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than...
Depend on the situation.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the Witcher trade for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time there as a child.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions. Deep-cut dresses I found most
Why do I feel like
fascinating.
something sinister is
I
about to
believe you're running
happen?
short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let
Maybe
me
just because
go.
of the tension of the
Wanna
conversation.
help, Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith.
This is all very strange.
An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher,
And the Duchess of Toussaint? My.
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detlaff here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you were gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Detlaff believes you'll succeed in your task, and he'll not need to kill anymore.
That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renna.
Okay, well, I believe him. I believe him. I mean, I feel like, okay, so if you hadn't read the books, I could see why people would not believe Regis. I feel like this game is trying to make you, like, second guess him or whatever, but I know this man. I know Regis is a good guy, so I'll trust his judgment. He's always had good judgment in the past, so. Let me take out.
Oriana. She really your
Like,
friend?
you can't have serious
Can she be
conversations with
trusted?
this on in my head.
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you in how long.
But I shall some other day.
She said ages, literally. Like, is she a vampire too? What?
Guessing it's no accident you two stopped by.
It would be quite some coincidence indeed. No, a dutiful little bird told us.
Raven. One of your ravens.
Now listen close. Managed to learn where the blackmailers are. They're based at Duntin Castle.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renna must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there, too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract 2 women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detlaff, who wants revenge above all else.
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got away with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Detlaff here while I go to Duntin.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to Detlaff. Good luck, my friend.
I kind of want Detlaff to be part of this because he's a really fascinating person. I like that little conversation we had.
Splendidly, Detlaff. Ah, I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to 2 exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish this second bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace, always a pleasure.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out?
I can kind of see why Detlaff is kind of like an aged beauty, you know what I mean? Like, he's got that, like, stunning older man look. He's quite good looking in a creepy vampire way.
You have exceptional friends. This Detlaff, An intriguing man, to say
Don't
the
ask me
least.
too much questions, lady. He tell you much about himself?
Don't know him too well. He say much about himself?
Not much, but I've a good sense of the true nature of those I meet. I'd not survive a week at court otherwise.
So what's his?
Sensitive, sad. He carries within him the weight of a terrible tragedy. He is a good man, but lost, which is why he comes across as grim.
I kind of agree.
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll. I wish to make certain you know what you are to do.
Gotta go to Duntin.
I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count de la Croix Mill. It stands along the Saône-Retour River, near the Cockatrice Inn. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight. You shall storm the castle together.
Okay. Wonder how differently that situation would have ended if I hadn't been compassionate in my conversation with Detlaff.
In fact, I
Well?
wonder if the Witcher pays any taxes at all.
Whew. I feel like I have literally no idea what's going on.